Jermaine Jackson's life at 71 is often discussed in dramatic terms by the public, but the real story is less about tragedy and more about the long, complicated journey of a man who grew up inside one of the most famous musical families in history and spent decades balancing personal identity with an overwhelming legacy. And from the very beginning he was part of the Jackson 5 phenomenon that reshaped global pop culture, performing alongside his brothers under intense pressure while still very young, learning discipline, performance skills, and the realities of fame at an age when most people are still discovering themselves. And as the group achieved worldwide success, Jermaine also developed his own artistic path as a singer and performer, choosing at one point to remain with Motown when his brothers moved to another label, a decision that reflected both professional direction and personal conviction. And throughout the years he built a solo career that included charting songs and international performances, even if he was often compared to his younger brother Michael Jackson, whose unprecedented global fame sometimes overshadowed other members of the family. Yet Jermaine continued working steadily in music, television appearances, and live performances, maintaining a presence in the entertainment world across multiple decades. And beyond music he also took on roles as a father and public figure, navigating family responsibilities while living under constant media attention due to the Jackson name, which carried both opportunity and pressure in equal measure. And as time passed he became more reflective about his early years, often speaking about the intensity of fame, the demands of the industry, and the emotional complexity of growing up in such a high-profile environment, while also emphasizing family unity and legacy rather than conflict. And although public narratives sometimes focus on hardship or controversy, the broader reality of his life includes resilience, adaptation, and longevity in an industry where very few artists from his era have remained relevant or active. And even in later years he has continued to appear at events, participate in music-related projects, and maintain his connection to the Jackson family's cultural impact, which remains one of the most influential in modern music history. And while aging naturally brings reflection on time, change, and personal loss in any life, Jermaine Jackson's story is better understood as one of endurance through decades of fame rather than a simple narrative of tragedy, because he has experienced both the height of global superstardom and the quieter phases of life afterward, adapting to each stage with persistence. And today his legacy is tied not only to his early success with the Jackson 5 but also to his long-standing role in one of music's most recognized families, showing that his journey is not defined by any single moment but by a lifetime of performance, evolution, and survival within an industry that rarely offers stability, making his story less about heartbreak and more about the complex reality of living a life permanently shaped by fame, family expectations, and the passage of time.